let's just say you have an employee onboarding process. The way that you onboard an employee, depending on your industry, maybe you're in healthcare or you're in capital markets, if you're managing other people's money, there are certain things you can and can't do, and a new employee needs to be trained on those. And so if you are going to adjust the employee onboarding, if the HR team is going to adjust the employee onboarding process, a lot of the time in a regulated industry, you want compliance or somebody up the chain to have oversight. Like, hey, I want to change the onboarding process to do this so that I do this with a new employee, but I want to make sure that I'm not breaking compliance when I do so, right? And what we've built is we've basically built this system that the operations teams can go off and build and adjust and manage their processes and almost do it like a software engineer would build technology. But with this layer of governance and oversight, which means that if they want to make changes or there are sensitive processes, you can say the compliance team needs to check this before it gets pushed, or the security officer, the chief security officer needs to review this or approve it before this goes live. And we have all these kind of like continuous improvement features that are built into the product that allow you to kind of iterate your operations again, like you might if you were building products. So the HR team can suggest a change, and then they can test the change, and they can test it before they push it out live, and then they can submit it, and then the compliance team can also test it, and then the compliance team can then approve the change and like push the PR live, and then you can decide, okay, I've got like 6 people who are currently onboarding right now, but I don't want them to see the changes to the process. I only want like the next person that we onboard to see these changes, so I can control whether I'm like pushing my updates in real time or like kind of waiting for the next process to run. So you have all these like continuous improvement and testing and like ways that make it so that you can kind of in real time manage and iterate on your processes without breaking things that are running, without accidentally breaching compliance in some way, but still giving the operations teams control so that there aren't bottlenecks. Like you don't need compliance to go and build every single like operational process that's going on in the business. The functional experts can do it with compliance oversight. So that's the core process management